Hey friends, it's Nikki here with another MiniVerse, and this time it is Hello Kitty! I was so excited when I saw this in the store. I probably actually screeched out loud because it is so darn cute. Obsessed with Hello Kitty and the fact that they make these tiny little MiniVerse themed to Hello Kitty. Oh my gosh, I had to have it. So let's see. So I already opened this and know what I will be making. I have the strawberry milk. I would have been happy with any of these, really. I would have really wanted like the macarons or the cake or like the little bento box thing. But you know, they're all adorable, so how can you go wrong? I do have some other ones coming that I ordered from somebody who got duplicates, so stay tuned for that. This one's interesting because we have powder to mix into the resin, which I have not done before, so that will be interesting to see how it goes. What I found to be super interesting about these capsules is it also is like a display. I thought that was so cool. I was a little confused when I started putting it together, but I figured it out and I will show you what I did. So let's see what we got. We got our little resin, which is milk, little Hello Kitty milk. And then we have our little stand for our table. We have our tiny straws with a cute little red bow on them. And we have this cute little like newspaper, the Mini Post. I don't know if they all come with this, but how cute is this? I have to figure out how to display this. It's so cute. And then we also have our placemat. Just got a little strawberry hat on, and our table. So the pink stand pops right into this little table here. And then later I'll show you how it goes into the capsule. And then we have our whipped cream, which also has a little strawberry on top, of course, because it's adorable. So duh, it has to have a little tiny strawberry attached to it. So cute. And then we have our plate, perfectly, cute little Hello Kitty shaped plate. And then, so this is the thing that goes on the capsule for display, which I will show a little bit later. And then same with this. This is like a piece of cardboard that also is for display. And then this piece also is for display. And I would love to know how like other people use these things. Like, do you display everything in your capsule? But here are the little tiny milk jars, the little M on them. So cute. Of course, because everything is cute that they do. And then here is our strawberry milkshake powder that we will be mixing into the resin. And then of course we have our little tiny tongs, red of course, for, Hello Kitty, strawberry themed. And then we have this teeny tiny spoon that also has a teeny tiny little like Hello Kitty on the top of it, which we will use for mixing our powder into our resin. So before we start making our strawberry milk, I just wanted to show how I put together the capsule display. So the little cardboard, you fold down the little pieces and then they they like slide right into these little notches in the capsule. So I did that, and it took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure all of this out, but I didn't look at anything. So this snaps onto here, the top of it. And then we also have this shelf display thing. So that actually just pops right into this notch in this side here. I mean, it's adorable. I'm obsessed. And then the little table has a spot on the other side. So that just pops right in on this side. So then, of course, we have our placemat, put that on the table, and then we have our little plate that we can also put on the table. And now we're ready to start making our strawberry milk. So now this is me figuring out how I want to do this, because I realize that there's this powder that I have to pour into these tiny little milk jars. And so I was like, let me see what this resin is like. Like, is it liquidy? Is it really thick? How's it going to come out? So I am just like looking at it, trying to decide, like, do I want to put the resin in first? Do I want to put the powder in first? It is pretty thin, so I was like, let me just pour some resin in here. I just don't like that you don't know how much resin is in it. So like, it's kind of hard to know, like, how much do I put in here? But I mean, I do figure it out, but I wish it kind of told you like somewhat how much was in there. So I just kind of very carefully like squeezed this out a little bit at a time. And then I just put enough in there that I could mix in with the pink powder. So as I saw, it was taking a little while, so I decided to let the resin sit upside down and try to put some of this pink powder in. I did have to cut it open, it does not tear. So then I very carefully poured some of this pink powder in. I was going to start mixing it with the spoon, but I was like, let me put some more resin in here because I feel like there's a lot of powder for the amount of liquid. So I did add some more resin. It was a lot easier to get it to come out after I sat it upside down for a little while. So I would recommend doing that for sure. And so I put more resin in, and then I grabbed my little spoon and started stirring. And it was very interesting. It kind of made it feel like paint almost. It kind of like thinned it out, and I mean, it's very pink and I love the color of it. It was just very interesting texture. I decided to start the second bottle before I put more resin in the first one, just because I was unsure of like how much resin was left in there, and I didn't want to not have enough for the second one. And so I put actually a decent amount in this one first, and then I added some more to the original bottle, just because, like I said, like, I don't know, how much are you supposed to put in? So then I stirred up the first one to see how much I got, and it did do a lot better. I also was like kind of spreading it felt like paint around the bottle to cover the bottle, so that even though it might not be full, it will still look full, because it kind of like just paints the bottle. So I poured in the rest of this pink powder in this second jar, and I mixied it and got it all over, covered the whole jar, made sure it mixed in really well, and it did. It, you know, as you can see, I'm kind of like scraping it just to get it to cover and combine everything. So now I'm going back in and adding more resin to each one, because obviously there's some resin left. So I kept doing this, kind of going back and forth, trying to see like how much was in there, and just trying to use up all of the resin. I did feel like it ended up filling it a lot. Like, it went to the top of the jar. I almost had an overflow, but fear not. There was no overflow. I just very carefully like mixed it in. But yeah, it did fill up these little jars and it looked really good. So now I'm going and putting in my adorable little straws. You can actually move the little bows on here. I saw that they were like a little uneven and I tried messing with it, but I figured let me wait till I finish doing this before I really mess with it. And then I went to go put in my little whipped cream thing and I dropped it, and then I put it in and realized that it was like sinking into the milk, and I was like, no, I don't want it to sink. I want it to sit on top. So I did end up like taking it off, and I decided that I would cure it a little bit and then stick it on top with some resin. So I fixed my straw and then I started curing it. Okay, so I cured the resin a little bit so that now the tops are a little more firm. And now I added a little bit of the milk resin to the tops so that I could then attach the whipped cream to that. So take 2 of putting the whipped cream on the top. So this went obviously a lot better. It was definitely the right thing to do. I would highly recommend doing that. Rookie mistake, probably. I'm sure seasoned people know how to do that. So then I cured both of them again, and it went really well. And here they are, all finished. So cute. So yeah, so you can move the little bow up and down on the straw. So I was just playing with that to see where I wanted it. And I love this. I would love to know how you guys use these displays, because I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. But I just put the ingredients on the other side for now. But thank you so much for watching and following along. I will be uploading other videos. I do have a couple more Hello Kitty MiniVerse coming. I can't wait to get them, and some other ones. So stay tuned and thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.